Welcome to today's show, Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count. I'm your host, Dr. Gloria Burgess, passionate, inspirational speaker, author, poet, and entrepreneur. Welcome to Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count. I want to say thank you to those of you who are listening today, and I want to give a great big shout out to all of you listening around the world. I'm delighted and so grateful that you tuned in. I sure hope you're enjoying a fabulous day today and that you're having a fantastic week, because you know what? In the grand song of the universe, life is so short. It's short, sweet, and very, very precious. So I hope you're making a difference in your own life, because when you do, you also make a difference in someone else's life. Now, a lot of folks want to make their life count for something, and they ask me, Dr. Gloria, how do you do that? Well, it's simple, very simple, really. You make your life count day by day, step by step, moment by moment, every single day, 365, 24/7. That's what Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count is all about. Now, you can learn more about Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count by visiting the Gloria Burgess website. That's GloriaBurgess.com, the Gloria Burgess website. I'm going to spell it again. That's GloriaBurgess.com, or by visiting Facebook. And that's Facebook.com/Dr. Gloria Burgess, PhD /. And doctor is abbreviated, Dr. GloriaBurgess, PhD /. Okay? All right. Now, today's show is all about gladness. That's right, gladness. What it means, what it is, and how to find it. And hey, if you missed last week's podcast, be sure to listen to the recording. You can find it on iTunes, Alexa, Spreaker.com, or you can just nab it from the archives on my page on Talk Network Radio. Just go to www.talknetworkradio.com/legacyliving.html. Okay? That's www.talknetworkradio, all one word smushed together, .com/legacyliving.html. And that's LEGACYLIVING.html. Okay? Now again, today's focus is on gladness. It's all about how to cultivate true gladness. Now, what does that really mean? It means being happy. It also means being peaceful and serene, being truly satisfied. Now, one of the keys to being truly satisfied, not just once in a while, but being satisfied all the time, is about being intentional. That's right, being intentional, being on purpose. And like anything else that you want to bring about in your life, anything else that you want to cultivate as a habit, you have to first bring it into your awareness. And then you have to meditate on it, right? You kind of have to chew on it and metabolize it. And then you have to practice, and then practice some more. Now, if you've been looking for true, deep satisfaction in your life, I've got some good news for you. The good news is that your choices, your thoughts, and your actions can actually influence your level of gladness, your level of satisfaction. Now, don't get me wrong. I just said it's simple, right? But even though it's simple, it's not necessarily easy. I mean, you can't just flip a switch and expect instant results. But you can turn up the dial on your gladness meter. You can actually pump up your level of happiness. And let's face it, we can all use a little more happiness in our lives. So I want to dedicate today's program to all of you who might have someone in your life, a parent, an uncle, an auntie, a cousin, a sister, a brother, maybe a friend or another loved one. Someone who might be going through some kind of difficult time or hardship, maybe with their health or their marriage, maybe with their kids, or something going on with one of their friends, or, just making it through some kind of hurdle in their relationship with another loved one, a parent or a grandparent perhaps. Today I want to dedicate this podcast to you. I want to offer this show as a small offering, a candle to light the way, a candle to light the darkness. And this candle is called, that's right, it's called gladness. Did you know that gladness, now I'm talking about true gladness, doesn't come from the world? It doesn't come from the outside. It doesn't come from anybody out there, right? True gladness comes from the inside. That's right. It's an inner resource, an inner commitment that you make to yourself. Now, this is really good news. Really good news. Why? Because it means that you can do something about your own happiness, right? In other words, this is actually something that you are in charge of. That means it's not your circumstances, not the events in your life, not your friends, not your family members. No, it's not even your cat or your dog who's in charge of your gladness. That gladness that I'm talking about, that deep gladness, begins within. So true serenity, true contentment, true satisfaction, true happiness begins within. Mahatma Gandhi says that happiness is when what you think and what you say and what you do are in harmony. I'm going to repeat that, okay? Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Now I want you to ask yourself this question. Do I know how? Do I know how to be happy? Now, if you're tired of waiting around for happiness to find you, stop. That's right, stop waiting and start cultivating your own happiness today. Now, here are a few tips for you to cultivate your own happiness. Okay? Despite what you see in the movies or read in those romance novels or fairy tales, true happiness doesn't just magically happen to you, right? It doesn't just magically appear, at the snap of your finger. But it is something you can make happen. In fact, it's something that you can actually cultivate. So let's take a look at what this is all about. Now, I think it's really great when science confirms what spiritual leaders have known and told us for thousands of years. And that is, we can all be happy. Did you know that we can actually control our own happiness? Now, science tells us that circumstances make very little difference in how happy people are. In fact, research reveals that happiness is due to personality. Most importantly, you need to know that you can change your thoughts and behaviors, which means you can actually learn how to shift your patterns. So yes, you can actually learn how to be happy. And if you're already predisposed to being happy, you could learn to be even happier. Now, most of us believe that happiness is the result of having lots and lots of money, being rich, right? Or being beautiful, or being blissfully thin, or being free from the very real dangers of being stressed out. But here's the reality. Most of the folks who are financially well off or beautiful by the world's standards, and even those who are less stressed, guess what? They are not happier on average than those who don't enjoy financial riches or beauty or lower levels of stress. Very interesting, isn't it? People who are happy seem to know, perhaps it's their intuition, that their happiness is actually the result, is actually the total sum of their choices in life. In other words, those who are happy, those who routinely experience great gladness in their lives, have built their lives and their lifestyles on a similar foundation. And here's the good news. You can too. You can do the same thing. Now let's take a look at what I call the 5 intentional gates to gladness. Okay? They're in alphabetical order so you can easily remember them. Okay? Are you ready? Get out your pen and notepad because you want to take notes. Here they are. The 5 intentional gates to gladness. The first one is A, appreciate who you are and what you have. Okay? Appreciate who you are and what you have. The second one is B, be here now. Be in and live in the present moment. The third one, C, cultivate an optimistic attitude. D, devote yourself to your relationships. And E, excel in your purpose. Okay, so let's go through them one at a time. So the first gate is appreciate who you are and what you have. Okay? Did you know that it's impossible to appreciate others if you don't truly appreciate yourself? That's right. So start with you. Start with yourself. Start with appreciating who you are and whose you are. Now, I want you to repeat something. Say after me. Say, I am. Okay? I am. Now say it again. Say, I am. We are made in the image of the great I am. So how can we not appreciate who we are? If we don't or can't appreciate ourselves, that's just like slapping God in the face, right? And who wants to do that? So remember whose you are. To remember who you are, a child of God, a child of the Most High, created in the image of the Most High. And be sure to tell folks in your life just how much you appreciate them. So don't simply appreciate them for what they do for you, but let them know how much you appreciate their presence in your life. Let them know how delighted you are that they're part of your life. Now, a lot of you know that I love to talk about gratitude. So if you missed my show on gratitude, you can learn more about appreciation and deep gratitude by listening to that podcast. Okay? Now, gratitude is much more than saying thank you. It's all about recognizing and acknowledging the power of blessings, blessings received, blessings that are present right here and now, right in your face, right in front of you, and all of the blessings that we will receive in the future. Gratitude is also about your sense of wonder and awe and your deep appreciation, reverence, and thankfulness for life. Now, it's easy to go through life without recognizing and acknowledging our blessings. I mean, let's face it, for some of us, we have to have something serious happen in our life.